skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got to picture me. Pacific.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in following a loss last week that ended their win streak at 7 games.
And they had good fortune throughout the entire streak, but it dried up on them in the last game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away. way, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield on the move to his left. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield off the play fake. Out to his left. And Daniels has it left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, his pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
A try here for the extra point. And now it's blocked.
Yeah, boy. That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A look now at the defensive starters for Cleveland. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
you? I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. Oh, now he bowls him over. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set! Green, 39!
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, they'll throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green!
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. 7-6 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, here we go now. Green.
They'll set up a throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On is the Chargers punter now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Second down, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And his throw is incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone!
Mayfield on play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1 And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. He got 29 yards that time. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw now on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. That time a 9-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Daniels. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Mayfield looks to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now the try here for the point after. This time, the extra point up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
But Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Detroit!
Mayfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kirk Cousins, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're out to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Cam Newton, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the Washington Redskins and the LA Rams. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit! We got 4.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now Hunt. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mayfield now. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now let's go. Blue Niner.
They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he One of the bigger targets on the field. The tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! 53 check.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tight end right. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This is Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Gone! 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 Gone!
2nd down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The Browns on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Now
a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep finding.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
They'll run again with Hunt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Njoku. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll look to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him.
And got his man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he finds Daniels. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. They'll go with the keeper, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mayfield to throw it this time. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
But what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always feel like they're 1 run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big, and we're starting to see that here in the 2nd half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 10 more there and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Steps away. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
This is Hunt. Oh, bowls right over him. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Now let's go.
They run again with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
He'll get it up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run with Hunt. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Now let's go.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go now.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He'll return it from the 6. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.